Good afternoon, America, and welcome to today's episode of Vinny's Take. And I've got to say, I am pumped. Woo! What a win. You remember last week after we beat the Patriots, I said that we needed to be able to steal one of those tough games coming up, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the Steelers. Little did I expect it to be the Seahawks. Not only did we steal that game, but boy, God, for the most part, they dominated. I mean, the final score looks like it was a shootout, 44-34, but the Seahawks were basically scoring garbage touchdowns at the end, and they could not keep up with the Bills. 4 takeaways, 4, including that impressive strip sack forced fumble in the fourth quarter that led to Josh Allen's last touchdown, the run. 44-34. Ironically, 2 nights ago, I watched the 1990 AFC Divisional Playoff game against the Dolphins, and that was the final score of that, 44-34. So how did we know? I mean, if that's the case, I'm going to watch the AFC Championship game from 1990 every week, so they'll win 51-3. Boy, what a game. What a game. I personally am the type of person that likes to kick off to begin the game when I'm playing Madden and get the ball in the second half. But Buffalo had a plan. They took the opening kickoff. They went right down the field in 3 plays and touchdown pass. Bam. And then they forced the Seahawks to pump and went right back down the field. Another touchdown pass. Bam. 14-0. And then Seattle goes for it. 4th down near the goal line. And we get an interception. So it's 17-0 before Seattle even knows what's going on. You can't stop the Seattle offense, though. So those are important to jump on them, take advantage of the turnovers, and they did. Because Seattle still scored 34 points. Russell Wilson had an amazing, one of those towering touchdown passes in the fourth quarter. DK Metcalf did his thing. We didn't really stop him too well. But what a game, what a win, and it just 7-2. And hopefully the Cardinals can beat the Dolphins to put us up by 2.5 games in the division when we go out to Arizona next week. I can't stress enough how awesome this win is. It feels like I know it was 3 weeks ago. They had lost 2 in a row. We were reeling. I was trying to tell Bills fans to stay off Facebook and stay off Twitter during the games. And they were talking about how much we sucked and all that. And I said, be patient, be calm. It's a long season. And today, perhaps the best offense in the league came to Buffalo, winning 10 in a row on the East Coast. So that West Coast to East Coast jinx doesn't seem to face Seattle, doesn't seem to face Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, who's an MVP caliber quarterback and probably should win it this year. But the Bills did what they had to do. This young team did not let the Seahawks scare them. They didn't. Is there a smudge here? There we go. Clean that off. They did not let it faze them. They came right out, and they boom, boom, boom. Josh Allen throwing for the most yards of any quarterback in the first half this season. Any quarterback. That's Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Justin Herbert. Didn't matter. Josh Allen had that game where he threw for more first half yards than any other quarterback on the entire NFL season. Steelers and Cowboys kicking off. I'm pumped. I'm excited. That's a great win. 7-2. The last time the Bills won the AFC East was 1995. They threw up a graphic on how many times the other teams in the AFC East have won the division since the last time the Bills did. The Patriots 19 times, the Dolphins twice, the Jets twice, and even the Indianapolis Colts, who haven't been in our division in 18 years, won it since we last won it. So a team that's not even in the division has a division championship more recently than we do. This is fantastic. This is a great way. We're into November now, and the team is not backing off. They've still got 2 games against the NFC West. They're going to have to travel to both of them because they were home for the Rams and Seahawks. So next week they travel to Arizona. Later in the season they have to travel to San Francisco. Those were 2 of the 4 I was talking about. There was games that they had to take. And they had to take at least one of 3 games. And I was talking Arizona, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco. Because those are games you're not expecting to win, or Seattle, Arizona, Pittsburgh, San Francisco. You got to take one of them so that you can still potentially finish 12-4 or 11-5. And they took the first one. So I'm going to say it again. Still on our schedule: Arizona, San Francisco, another matchup with the Dolphins, another matchup with the Patriots. You've got Pittsburgh. You've got the LA Chargers. You've got the Denver Broncos. 7-2. That's the 7 games left right there. Those are the games. Who did we play? Oh, we played Tennessee in the South. So out of those 7 games, you want to see them go 5-2, possibly 4-3. But the worst they do, 4-3, teams might be looking at all the Bills are backing into the playoffs and blah blah blah. So 7-2 or 5-2 through the rest would be great. I mean, 7-0 would be fantastic. If they could finish 14-2, they'd have a shot at home field advantage. Kansas City looks like they've won again. Baltimore won. Pittsburgh's probably, I mean, it's scoreless against Dallas, but it's Pittsburgh and Dallas. I would be really shocked to see the Steelers get an upset. Tennessee won. They're 6-2, excuse me. So it's going to be a hell of a race in the AFC. But I'm pumped. And next week is Arizona. And don't even get me started on what's going on in the rest of the world. I'm only talking football right now. Sack to the Future advanced earlier. John M. played his game. So we'll be moving on to week 16. And that's my take. What's yours? Go Bills. Woo!